Hey guys, a few days ago I made a video about some prep updates on stuff that I was doing, and one thing that I just briefly mentioned and showed in the video was the license plate cover on my car that makes it harder for the cameras to take a picture of it. And I had a ton of questions on that, people asking where I got it and everything, so I'm going to do a video review on that product today. And that product is the PhotoMaskCover, excuse me. It's at PhotoMaskCover.com, and all it is a plastic cover with basically a Fresnel lens on it that only allows an image to be seen from dead on, from straight behind the vehicle. And it will cloud the image if looked at from an angle, whether that's the sides or above, so that cameras or just, I guess, people standing off the side of the road, whatever, but it's made for cameras, so that cameras can't take a picture of your license plate. And a lot of people think that you would only want this if you were going to try to speed or blow through toll booths, but it's really not about that. Like, today our government is becoming increasingly interested in trying to control every aspect of our lives, and they're doing this by trying to collect information and track everything that we do. And one of the ways that they've been doing this is with cameras everywhere, and these traffic cameras are one of those things. And yes, they're using them for tickets. I'm not interested in getting tickets either, but that's not the main reason why I wanted this. Is I don't want the government to try and just collect all this information on me for when I'm an innocent person. We all should be innocent until proven guilty, and we don't need to be treated like slaves, in my opinion. So that's my primary motivation behind this. If it keeps me from getting a ticket if I accidentally slip through a light late or something, that's all the better. So if you take say this is a license plate, freedom, yeah, of course, why not? If you're just driving along, people can read it from directly behind your car, that's fine. And if they're coming at you from an angle, still read it fine. You guys can probably still read this, and that's at a 75-degree angle, something like that, very steep angle, and you can still read it. Same with the other direction. Same with looking at it from this direction. I mean, it's a little shaded, but you probably have no problem reading what that says, even at a 45-50 degree angle from above. So they can place these cameras in a majority of positions and still get a good view of your license plate. The one place they can't really put it is low and directly behind your car, because that would be in the road, in the lane of traffic. So what this does is only allows the license plate to be seen from low and directly behind your car, so that if a police officer pulls behind you or anything, they can still read your tag, so it's not blocked. There's not really an issue there. But you do need to check your local laws, because there may be some restrictions on what you can cover your license plate with. From what I understand, a lot of it is one of those things where it just hasn't been tested in court yet, where it says you're not allowed to block your license plate, but this isn't technically blocking it, so who knows. I haven't seen court cases dealing with these specifically, but there may be some in some states, so do some due diligence. But this is how it works. Driving along, there's a little glare, but other than that, you would be able to read this just fine if you're behind it. But then if you come off to the side, even just a little bit, that clouds up completely. Now without the cover on there, I had this at a very steep angle and you could still read it. This is a much, much less extreme angle, maybe 10 degrees, 15 degrees. By the time I get out to 45 degrees like I had it before, you can't almost read a single digit on there, a single letter. Same with the other direction. It completely clouds it up. Same with if you're looking at it from above. Very, very slight angle there, and it just completely clouds up. So if you had the cameras coming from above in a toll booth or something like that, it just clouds up completely. So it would be very difficult for them to get a good picture of that. And even if it only clouds a few digits, that could be meaningful in a legal sense, being able to prove which license it was. And obviously this is a word, so even if you already read it when I was holding it, so you may still be able to, your mind may still be able to put it together when you're seeing it, just by having one or two letters. But if it was a random sequence of letters and numbers like the average license plate that you hadn't seen before, you wouldn't know what it says right now. No way. Especially if you're taking a picture from way above this. You wouldn't see anything. And that's the idea. This clouds it up. You can see it perfectly from straight behind, and you can't see it from an angle. This has ridges here that are aligned. You need those to be, they make like a double rainbow. What does it mean? It makes a double rainbow shape, and you need that to be down. If it's upside down, it won't work the same because it changes the focal point. It'll still work from the side, but then the top one won't work because it'll be doing it from the bottom. So just make sure that's oriented properly. This is the PhotoMaskCover at PhotoMaskCover.com. They have the clear and the smoky. The only real difference in these is aesthetics. If you have a darker colored car or just whatever, just preference, if you want the darker one, they function just the same price. And so check them out. I'm glad I got one of these. I feel a lot better about having it on there. Very easy to put on. Obviously, just put the screws on there. The farther away it is, like this, from the actual plate, it has a built-in space already, so that at the proper distance. But the farther away it is, the more extreme the clouding at an even less angle. So if you wanted to put in a spacer or something like that, maybe you could probably even make it more extreme and cloud up really easily, but that'd be up to you. I don't have that. I just put it on the way it was made, and it seems to work fine on mine. You guys saw in the video that I did how well it obscures my actual tag, and you can see how well it obscures this here. So I definitely think this is something important. It's a cheap way to protect your privacy and try to preserve a little freedom. And if it even prevents you from getting one ticket, it's more than paid for itself. So I check these guys out, photomaskcover.com, and I'll talk to you guys later.